Well folks, here we are again at the long dark. I haven't made a video about this in a while, and there is a good reason for it. The last time was a cluster fluff. Everything went wrong, and that includes the recording, because I found that after a while of playing, the recording stopped because I ran out of hard drive space. And that in of itself sucked enough. Even more so, I actually found the frickin' rifle finally, and everything was going well, but then for some reason I got hypothermia, and even though I warmed back up and everything and I ate and drank enough, I died in my sleep for no apparent reason. Yes, so that didn't work out too well. And that was really unfortunate, because that would have been quite interesting for you to finally see the rifle in action and everything going well. Oh well, we shall try again, and I shall try my best to find a rifle more quickly this time, so we can, get some kind of closure, I suppose you could say. No, I don't have enough stuff yet. And apparently this time I started out at a gas station, which should be a good thing. This apparently is about as lucky as the previous attempt was unlucky, because I'm finding all kinds of things right here, right in the area where I spawned. The frickin' hatchet. The first time it took me forever to find the hatchet. Now I already have 2 pry bars and the hatchet. Okay, apparently the gods of game are smiling down on me right now, which is nice. So, can't complain about that. All kinds of things here. That is pretty good, I would say. Oh, I'm just gonna make sure that I'm not overlooking anything. All the workbenches. Well, certainly is a good thing to start out at a gas station, which is to be expected, because there would be all kinds of useful things there. Supplies, tools, materials, all the things really. Although clothing seems to be a bit rare. Let me see here. Well, the temperature in here, I can't really go by that. Temperature in there, of course, isn't too bad. Well, I can use this down vest here, which is a little better. I will need to find stuff for repair. Oh, that's good. I already have long underwear and jeans. Until the first perverted wolf just comes along and starts gnawing my pants off. Yeah, that's what they do. And I was really surprised by how many people kept asking for more episodes of this. It's like, you seem to really be enjoying this. I did not anticipate that. And I know I kept saying that in every single episode. I kept expressing my surprise at how much people like watching me play this. That one is locked, but I can force it open. And here we have salty crackers. What else is there? A lot of things, for sure. As long as I get proper clothing to keep myself warm, this should be pretty good, actually. Yeah, I haven't started out with gloves, so that's going to be very, very useful. And I have a general idea of where I want to go. It's kind of interesting how the cars work, or, well, I mean, they don't actually work, you can't drive them, but how scavenging works here in the car. It's nice that this game doesn't treat cars as just containers, but you actually can go in there and have to actively look around for things, rather than just having an inventory being displayed. I do like that. It's quite nice. And let's see what's in here. By the way, let me know exactly what you find entertaining about these videos. I would be kind of curious. to know, because I just assumed that this wouldn't be the most entertaining thing to watch, because there's a lot of just walking around and rummaging through containers and everything. That's not really the most exciting thing in the world, unless you have a remarkably boring job, maybe. Like you're sitting in the office and you're dying of boredom staring at Excel or whatever. I guess in that case this would seem much more entertaining than that. And yes, I know I seem to have kind of a very stereotypical view of office jobs. I often talk about that like that. It's just, at one point I had a data entry job, which I consider to be an office job, even though it was technically from home. But that was the job that drained my soul the most. It just ate away at it and just turned me into, I don't know, a drone. And I was not happy at all. That was terrible. It was incredibly boring, but at the same time I had to stay focused in order to not make mistakes, because, you know, data entry. It's important that you don't introduce mistakes. That's some good stuff here. So that was horrible. I hated that. And I guess I assume that other office jobs are also like that, even though they might not be. I bet there are people with an office job who actually like it, because you will always find people who enjoy something. I mean, going by some hospital reports, apparently there are people who enjoy shoving all kinds of really bizarre objects up their rectal cavities. So, and also apparently there are people who enjoy electroshocks and I don't know, all kinds of things that I don't even want to know about on their genitals, nonetheless. Which, yes. So there's always going to be somebody who enjoys something, even if you personally utterly despise it and find it horrendous. Somebody's going to like it. And vice versa, if there's something that you are really enthusiastic about and enjoy the crap out of, somebody is going to hate it with every fiber of their being. That's humans for you. And I don't know where this is leading, if I even have a point. Oh, actually, I'm curious. Does the car protect me against the cold? Oh yes, a lot actually. Quite a bit. That makes a huge difference. Nice. Something in the oven? Yes. A cooked rabbit in the oven. Okay. Alright. People just left stuff everywhere as they suddenly died in mysterious ways. Supposedly, from what I've read, the scenario is that the like electricity has failed. Like, whatever it was, the EMP shockwave or something. I have no idea. But that would explain some of the state that everything is in. But then again, that everybody just dropped dead and just froze to death and all of that. That seems a little excessive. Although, then again, they probably died because they couldn't check Facebook anymore. They couldn't use their phones anymore. That's probably what really killed them. Oh, there's even a cold cup of herbal tea. Somebody warmed it up in the microwave and then just died because no more Facebook. By the way, what do you think? Is looking up the map for this game, is that cheating? Or kind of? I don't know. For this attempt, I just want to be a little more efficient about it. Speaking of which, I need to keep an eye on my vitals, so to speak. So personally, I don't really consider it that. I mean, the character might have a map. There might be a map in one of the cars or whatever. Hopefully it won't catch fire. That'd be a bummer, to say the least. Okay, let's do that. Yep, get a torch. And time to sleep for 8 hours. 8 is enough. Hopefully I won't die in my sleep. I woke up freezing. Well, that's okay. Well, so at least you don't die. That's kind of nice. But it is simply too cold. Well, that's good to know. Do I have... Yes, I do have accelerant. I will use that. Yeah, apparently the bedroll alone is not enough. I was definitely a little more reckless this time. Because I want to accomplish the thing pretty quickly. And you know what the thing is, the rifle. We need to see the frickin' rifle, right? We need to see it in action. We need to shoot some wolves in the face. It is necessary. We all know it. Hopefully, I have enough fuel to make it through the rest of the night, which is not that much. But yes, it's nice that they actually let you wake up. I'm starting to accumulate fires here. I'm going to run out of space, I'm afraid. No, wait, can I? Can I make a fire? Oh, okay, I can make a fire on top of another fire. That's kind of useful. Okay. So now that should work out. Just add more fuel, then we're good for 2 hours. Some more sticks. Yes, I think I should be able to make it. Another 4 hours. Should be fine. Should be warm enough. I hope. Yep, so far so good. Okay. Seems pretty good. Well, I'm definitely very cold now. And dehydrated, which is not a big deal because I have water. Where is the water? There. Drink some of that. Now fire. Yeah, sticks should be enough. 68% is not great, but I hope he'll be able to do it. Nope, that didn't work. I'll have to try again. Ah, that failed too. Come on, dude. Well, at least this is not XCOM, where if they stand right in front of the alien and force it to fillet their gun barrel and have a 95% chance of hitting, they will still miss. So at least it's not that kind of percentage. Let's heat this up. And then I shall be on my wary? Yeah, actually, I wanted to say merry way, but I guess wary way is a lot more appropriate for this game. Oh, I think there is a cabin in the distance. If I see that right. Yes, I do. Excellent. We shall see what treasures await us there. And then I can rummage through the stuff in the house and go, some will call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Ugh, I hate that they say that every frickin' time, and it's such a dumb thing to say for a merchant. I mean, come on, really? This thing that I'm selling, you may call this trash, but I'm a messy and I really like this. I collect used tampons and sell them to... Ah, there we go. To weary travelers, and here is somebody who did not fare so well. So, no, you have nothing. You have nothing, good sir, which is why you failed. That's why you're dead, because you have nothing. You're a poor peasant, and you have no supplies, and no food, and no tools, and no nothing. You were ill prepared for the Canadian apocalypse, or whatever this is. Well, well. Anyway, don't mind me. I'm just babbling. And here we have a grape soda. See, sir, if you had checked this house, you had found this grape, you would have found this grape soda and you would not have had to die, because grape soda is your savior. There's all kinds of other things too. Yes. You do not have to die when you have grape soda. What, like, why? Why did you freeze to death out here in the snow, outside of the cabins? Like, what Why? This is just confusing. Like, either you stay inside because you don't dare venture out into the cold unknown and the wilderness and where all the wolves are trying to gnaw your balls. I can understand that if you don't want to go out, but if you go out, then you really didn't make it any further than a couple of steps. Oh well. I shouldn't dead shame people. It's not their fault. Well, maybe it is, I don't know, but I should give them the benefit of the doubt. I should just assume that Zeus struck him down because he just felt like it, because he was chasing after some girl's skirt and he didn't get the booty, and he was just pissed about that. I have this all figured out. Figured out? Seriously, the out? Very, very few people actually say that. In fact, here in BC, I haven't encountered a single person with that sort of pronunciation. It's, however, people from Newfoundland, I have encountered those, and they do really kind of talk like that. But that's not all Canadians. You know, boot, a boot. That's really not how people talk around here, at least. Apparently I can heat up the peaches too. I'm not quite sure why you would do that, because cold peaches are perfectly fine, in my opinion, but unless you find some kind of innuendo in that, which I assume is possible. Tomato soup, yes, that's always good. I could heat up the cup of herbal tea and have that, I suppose, because that keeps me warm, I think. Let's do that. They already cooled. What the hell? Apparently you have to eat something within like 5 seconds, otherwise it cools down. Well, that's glorious. And now the herbal tea is also cold again. Okay, so the time it took me to eat the peaches, that was enough for the tea to cool down. Well, I guess you could say that's realistic, depending on just how hot you like your tea. And to be fair, in that environment when it's that cold, yeah, supposedly, for all I know, the developers might have done tests. How quickly do these peaches cool down? Let's do some scientific experiments here. How quickly does the tea cool down? And we have to have a large sample size and do this very diligently. So yes, this time things are certainly going pretty well, because I found a lot more things a lot sooner, which I appreciate. Especially the hatchet. The hatchet took so long, the first attempt, to actually find. And this is pretty good. Wait, no. We don't want that. I just want to get a little higher to get an overview, because there should be the outlook here somewhere. Looks like I'm getting close to the throat of the world. I will meet the graybeard soon. At least if I can get up here, if that's not too steep. It may very well be. Come on. Ah, crap. I wish I could, like, Fusroda myself up the mountain, you know, just kind of rocket jump logic. It's probably not a terribly good idea to do what I'm doing here. Freezing and exhausted. It's just, it's kind of uncool. And I sprained my wrist. That is just... How does one sprain a wrist from walking here on a slope? I suppose I'm just going to assume I fell and it just wasn't an animation or something. Things, reasons. Can I... No? No fire for me. That's, well, I want to make fire like this. Spider fire. Spider fire needs to happen. Especially this. This should be a proper position for a fire. Okay, anywhere? Come on, it doesn't, the ground doesn't have to be 100% even. Man, you are pedantic. You, sir, are terribly, terribly pedantic. I have to tell you that. There is a house. That's good. I'm going to go in there. Do I already have hypothermia? No, I don't. That's good. Hypothermia is no fun. That's what killed me before. So I wish to avoid that. Would be nice. I'm just going to go in here. Hopefully there is a stove. That would be great. But even if there isn't, I should be able to warm up. Nope. No stove, but there are things. There are beds. And okay, as far as I see, I'm actually already past where I want to go. I keep like overestimating the size of the map, or I should say I keep misjudging the scale of the map, because it always looks really it looks like the area would be much larger than it is. This is actually really pretty. Pays off to get up early, I suppose. That's very nice. I wouldn't know what that's like because I'm much more of a night owl. I do not function in the morning, and I do not know what... Well, I mean, occasionally, of course, I have seen a sunrise. There's the sun. I'm walking towards the sun. Praise the sun. Yes. I should actually reach the Holy Grail pretty soon. And then there will be plenty of joy and laughter and slices from the boar that it keeps regenerating. It's then cooked every day. If you know what I'm referring to, there it is. There's the Holy Grail. Very appropriate that the sun is behind it right now, so it's gleaming. Very, very appropriate. And yes, that was a reference to Valhalla. I don't remember what that boar is called. It has a particular name. Oh, that is quite useful. Maple saplings, you can make a bow with that when it cures. And there is my destination, the Holy Grail, because the rifle is there. Or at least it's likely to be there. I don't know if it really is there every single time, but the last time it was, this is where I found it. And we shall see. That should also, I mean, well, it's probably not the greatest base because it's kind of far away from a lot of things, but it's nice. It's very nice to be in this elevated position, have an overview, and yeah, it's not a lot of space, but it'll do at the very least for now. Let's see, is it oh no! No rifle. I am so disappointed now. This was in far better shape when I came here the last time. Yeah, rifle cleaning kit. Is that your fucking consolation prize game? I was hoping for the rifle instead of just get the cleaning kit. You are mocking me, game. Just admit it. Well, after this, I will seek out the next spot. You know what? I'm just gonna, out of frustration, I'm just gonna break the shelf down because fuck you, shelf, for not having a rifle. That was your only purpose in this world, to hold the rifle, the almighty thing. I am grumpy now. Can you tell? Grump. I will break down the things. And there, what? There was rifle ammo inside of the chair? I'm assuming it was underneath, but that is a little strange. Well, yes, you have kind of a point. I will leave things here. What's the heaviest? I really wish you could sort by... Never mind, you can. Ha, you can sort by weight. I just need to... Wait, what did I just drop? I just need to be more attentive. You can indeed sort by weight, which is very, very useful. I will drop this as well. I shall also drop all the other wood. And then I think we can leave it at that for this episode, because it's already very long. Holy crap. I'm looking at my audio recorder and it shows me that I've been recording for 50 minutes. Man, I will have to edit this a bit to cut out some of the downtime and, you know, what situations where nothing really happens and it's less, at least I assume it's less interesting to watch. Because this is a bit long, very, very long. But yes, I will leave it at that. Just eat a few more things and yes, thank you for watching. We will see if I can find the rifle soon in the next episode or soon thereafter. Yeah, thanks for watching and have a good day or whatever it is. Night. Stuff. Have a happy stuff, yes.